A cold, dark evening, the dead of night. Bring forth the web of sights. And when all night has come to pass, look inside the webadras, and sitting there with pumpkins dread, you see the words, nothing but net.
Lord Dracula is in Spooky Town. It's nighttime. He sidles into an IT repair store called Frankenstein's Modem.
Hello. Hello. Is any headless body there?
I will be just a minute.
Look, I'm in a terrible rush.
If it's so urgent, why don't you go to one of the other 24-hour IT repair stores in Spooky Town?
There are no other 24.
Frankenstein finally emerges from the back of the room. He's holding a crucifix.
What in Satan's name are you doing?
What's the matter? Why are you so cross?
Frankenstein has a real prankster's glint in his eye. He throws his crucifix away.
You idiot! When they made you, did they forget the brain? A zombie is walking outside. Hears the word brain and shuffles into the store.
Did somebody say brain?
Oh, bug off. A bug monster is walking outside. He hears the word bug and slops into the store.
My ears burning.
For badness sake, all I wanted was to get my laptop fixed. Now it's a stinking Monster Bash reunion.
Be calm, my friend. I was looked at your laptop. All you needed to do was install Flash. Now it is fixed, and we can spooky boogie woogie.
All the monsters turn to the camera, start laughing, and break out into song. Song. I was surfing on the web late one night when my eyes beheld a cool website. It had witches, bathrooms, pictures of flies, and suddenly, to my surprise,
I installed Flash.
I installed my latest Flash
I installed Flash.
and updated my cache.
I installed Flash.
It downloaded in a flash.
I installed Flash.
I installed the latest Flash.
On my desktop computer in the castle east, I was browsing with my friend, a hideous beast. The website sees Flash. Yup, loads. 10 million miles an hour on my hero.
I installed Flash.
And updated my
I
cache.
installed Flash.
I downloaded it in a
I
dash.
installed Flash.
I installed the latest Flash.
The animations were lots of fun, accessible to every fool's son. I really admire Shockwave, Adobe's #1.
Sites were rocking, forwarding the sound, the plug-in on crack, and I'm spellbound. Tremendous gigahertz were about to arrive with a vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5, out from his coffin. HTML5 voice did ring.
Seems he was troubled by just one thing,
He opened his lid and shook his fist.
and said, whatever happened to my JavaScript?
Out from his coffin, HDMI 5's voice did ring.
Seems he was troubled by just one thing.
He opened his lid and shook his fist.
And said, whatever happened to my Java script?
It's now the Flash.
It's now the Java
Replaced by
Flash.
It's Cookie. It's Cookie.
Oh, it's a great old Flash.
It's now the mash.
It's the monster's Flash.
Again, from the top. I was surfing on the web late one night.
Suddenly, to my surprise, I installed Flash.
Whoa!
The latest Flash.
On my desktop computer.
It's
Mash. Then you can mash.
and famously, that's where the song ends.
Yep, that's a catchy number,
With
and
a double verse at the end.
double verse, back to the start.
Then almost
Give up
the
on
chorus.
that. Go to the middle. Give up on that. Stop.
And as everybody knows, that's how Monster Mash goes. So you haven't been invaded by dirty ghouls. You haven't been. You've not been hacked. That was just a good Halloween goof on this Halloween special episode of Nothing But Net.
We don't do things by halves at Halloween.
No, you can tell that by the audio quality of the karaoke track, I think.
It's clear that we've invested a great deal on this episode, and it reflects our passion for Halloween.
Yeah, I think so as well. So you might hear a couple bats, a witch or two, an owl, a spooky pumpkin sitting in the alleyway. That's just because we're actually not recording from the usual living room we record from. We're actually recording this from my old dead grandpa's basement. And he has gifted me his house. This is the Nothing But Net headquarters now. So we'll be recording from here from now on. So always expect the spooky noises. It fits nicely because it's Halloween.
It's a bit of good luck.
Yeah.
It was the best episode it could have been for this to relocate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is going to happen every single episode now.
From now on, it's really a bat-based show.
Yeah.
We'll still be talking about the internet, sure, but we'll probably have a lot more focus on eerie sights and
Yeah.
ghastly ghouls.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween. And you,
Careful you don't get trapped
in a bog.
in the spider's web.
I mean, one of the things we were always keen to do with this podcast was make it seasonal.
Yeah.
So we were going to plan to have Christmas episodes where it would be Jingle Bells. It was going to be Thanksgiving podcasts where we wouldn't understand it. And it was going to be Hanukkah episode.
Yeah.
But we decided that instead we would move into Adam's granddad's haunted old manor and just make it a spook fest every week.
Halloween every night of the week. Sundays. But you can listen to it every night of the week. So you can be trapped with us in our Halloween hell 24/7.
There's so many hidden eggs in our show.
Yeah.
So I'll quite often pepper in jokes in Morse code. If you listen really closely, I'll be tapping my knee incessantly throughout most episodes. And I am actually making quite often quite funny knock-knock jokes. Just tap, 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 dot, 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 da, da,
Yeah.
da, dot, 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 da, da,
And
da.
you can hear, there's a little interplay because you can hear the tap, you can hear who's there.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's a funny joke.
That's what we call a knock-knock joke.
It's interesting to do a knock-knock joke with Morse code because you actually get it on two levels.
You do.
And that's actually a level that's secret in this podcast. And if that's just one example, imagine how many others there are.
Hundreds, I'd assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
don't really partake in that stuff. It's
I don't really pay attention to it.
It's sort of a thing for this section of our audience of approximately 3 people I call Foley's friends, and that's, the people, they're in the minority, but they are the people who primarily listen for my hidden jokes and some of my sort of subtle references to Morse code and puzzles and puzzle books. And
We have personally ourselves opened a real cool subreddit. After knowing the internet for 6 weeks, we opened up a really cool subreddit. It's called Easter Eggs and Secrets from the Nothing But Net podcast that we have listened to and heard. So you search all what I just said. I'm not going to repeat it because you're not an idiot.
Who needs it? Go back and rewind. If you're partaking in the puzzle aspect of this podcast, you're probably in the smarter percentage of listeners.
Yeah, you probably wrote that down. Oh, lightning fast as I said it.
I just remembered it.
Yeah.
A good memory is a great gift, and that's something I remember somebody said once.
Or you were sitting at your laptop computer and you just write it in as soon as you could.
When the moment's ripe, type. I always say.
That's always the secret.
Ah, bat. I just saw a bat fly by and it nearly took my bloody ears off.
Bats always do.
Speaking of puzzles, I watched a film this week on Netflix, so it's an internet film, so it's,
Yeah,
it's
that's fine.
persona grata.
Mhm.
And it was, I don't know, it's based on the book Simple Simon, about an autistic boy who can solve sort of government-level puzzles.
Uh huh.
The book is called Mercury Rising. I don't know if in the short period of time between when the book was written and the film was released, they realized that calling a film Simple Simon was offensive,
I assume
Or-
so.
or if they just thought Mercury Rising sounded cooler, but they changed the name. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll explain the plot in great detail because
Cool.
I saw it recently. It stars Bruce Willis,
Uh huh.
who is, I don't know if he's ever been interviewed about the internet, but I suspect he's on it quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it stars this boy who's, on the autistic spectrum, and he has these incredible, he's a savant, he's got these incredible puzzle solving skills.
Yeah.
And he cracks a government code that inexplicably is in a word search.
Right.
And that's the
Like
plot
the
of the film.
GCHQ.
And the bad guy is Alec Baldwin. Who
Right.
weirdly, this was in 1981, I think the film came out, but he was doing his SNL Trump character at the time already, which seems weird.
Well, it's it's Baldwin. It's Baldwin's law.
Baldwin's law. If something happens, it'll have happened before.
It's like Godwin's law, but with Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone mentions Baldwin on the internet, Trump will come up in about 2 minutes.
Well, now he will. So
Yeah.
I'd say we can put Baldwin's law in the old history books.
Who's best Baldwin? 3, 2, 1.
Adam
Alec.
Baldwin.
Adam.
Yeah.
Is there an Adam Baldwin?
Yeah. He's not a Baldwin brother.
Oh. Is it you?
He plays Jane on Firefly.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, my favorite character in
He's
Firefly
in
is
Full
the
Metal
ship.
Jacket.
Oh, yeah. A Stanley fan. Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, he's in it's one of my favorite films, so it's Adam Baldwin all the way, but Alec Baldwin is a close second.
For me, Alec Baldwin is number 1. Alan Baldwin is not even on my radar, so number 2 for me would probably be Billy Baldwin.
Yeah, that's fair. Billy Baldwin's a close 3. The Baldwin brothers are all very close, apart from Adam Baldwin, who's not a Baldwin brother.
Do you think, speaking of Die Hard himself, Mr. Bruce Willis,
Mm-hmm.
whenever he does something successful, does he go, yes, that was a bold win? Because
I
of his lack of hire.
I hope so. I'm pretty sure he says that in Expendables 2.
I guess I'm not that expendable.
Arnold Schwarzenegger hands him a bullet for his gun, and he goes, talk about a bold win.
And then Schwarzenegger goes, I don't know what you mean. And Bruce takes his cap off, points to his head.
Why did he sound slightly like Werner Herzog?
Well, I think a lot of Schwarzenegger impressions are pretty on the nose. Whereas a subtler one would be, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
You remember when I said I was going to kill you last? I was not telling the truth.
The old Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Terminator Truth.
Yeah. He.
Sarah Connor, have you even considered how insignificant your life is in the grand scheme of things?
I would
You
watch.
mean nothing.
I would watch Terminator with Werner Herzog as the titular Terminator.
Yeah, and the bad guy could just be that actor that you always worked with, the mad one.
Yeah.
What's his name? Gideon Schwartz or something like that.
Sure.
You want to take a guess?
Let's
I'll
go.
do 3 German guesses each. And
Okay.
We'll probably get it right. You go first.
Hans Greiner.
Yeah. Very similar to Hans Gruber.
Yeah, but
I'll go-
not quite.
Jesse Klausmann.
That's good.
Mhm.
Sribat Clown.
Tim Butts.
Tim Butts.
Could be Tim Butts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tim Butts as well.
All right, Tim Butts 2.
Tim Butts it is.
I'm gonna go with Tim Butts as well.
Uh,
Tim Butts 2. Just to
Uh,
make that joke clear for all the dumb listeners.
Yeah.
Here's the
Again,
review.
our Easter eggers will have figured that out in
Oh.
a split hair of a second.
Easter eggers will have got it before I even said it. They'd have been thinking, "Jeez, please say Tim Butts 2. Come on."
Those 3 people.
Mm.
They're
Well,
on the ball.
2 of the 3 people who listen are in that. No, 1. I said 1. 1 of the 3.
So 1 out of 3.
One person will have been going, "God, jeez," and then the other 2, I guess, are a Mama Pasta and
Oh,
one
we.
we.
Yeah. I forgot
That's
about
our 3
that.
listeners. Who's the third guy? Tommy Donut.
Yeah, it's probably Tommy Donut.
Tommy Donut puzzle guy.
He's got a bedroom full of computers. He's straight out of war games.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting his television. His mom says, why don't you go outside? Why don't you make friends? And he says, I've got friends. They're on my podcast.
Wow. He's right. We are his friend. Well, I would
Tommy Donut,
consider-
we are your friends.
Yeah.
And we're listening to you.
Excellent. Excellent. Dr. Fraser Crane reference.
It's a good Fraser Crane joke.
Is another good, attempt at an impression. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's a good impression, but I did my best.
Yeah. Which is all you can ask of us, really.
All you can eat.
All you
Which is
can
my
eat.
favorite song by the Fat Boys. Do you know that band?
I haven't listened to them, no.
Oh. $3.99 for all you can eat while I stuff my face to a funky beat. We're gonna walk inside and see what's up. Put some food on my plate and some Coke in my cup. Is the first verse, I think.
It's good.
Thanks. I wasn't involved. I remembered it.
Good for you.
Thanks. So it is Halloween, and it is the spookiest time on the web of the year,
Yeah.
as well as elsewhere. Adam, what's been scaring you this week?
Well, I've been on a great website. This is scaryforkids.com. And it's scary for kids, and it says on an underscore, even scarier for adults.
Ooh.
And this is scaryforkids.com/slithery_D. So this is a little poem by Horror Fangirl. The slithery D, he's such a big D, and now he's going to kill me. But I have the key to the house in the tree, and now he's going to catch thee. O child, go flee in the open blue sea, for the slithery D has his eyes amongst thee. But go get the bee, for they shall sting D in the eye, and he will pee. Tee-hee-hee, he, tee-hee-hee, oh silly old Mr. D. And that just, I'm going to be crude for effect, scared the fuck out of me.
Well, if you could pinpoint what was so scary, what do you think it was?
I think it was the in the open blue sea line. As you know, as a sufferer of rabies, I have intense hydrophobia.
Mm-hmm.
And that really, it struck a chord with me. And then when they get the bees to sting him, as you
Yes.
know, a lot of you don't know, me and Ross have known each other for a couple weeks now.
A month.
Yeah, when I was a boy, I've told them this in confidence, but you know what? I'm not going to hide anything from my listeners. Tommy Donut, Mama passed on. This one's for you. All the kids in the school used to sting me with bees.
Oh, God.
And I feel like Horror Fangirl has got a pipeline directly into my fears. She's written a poem about the old slithery D just to scare little old me.
That's so tough for you to have a poem by a stranger seemingly written to target you in a way.
To target my fear of bees and water.
Yikes. I mean, those really are the two big ones for you.
Yeah.
I
bees-
tried to offer you some honey water earlier, and you nearly jumped out your friggin' pants. You jumped right up, you hit the roof.
I did.
Honey water, Adam?
As hard as I could.
Straight up.
I really hurt myself.
Yeah.
Cracked my head right off the roof.
Yeah. Well, you've got a big bloody head.
And as we all know, Grandpapa's basement is not a tall basement.
No, and it's not bee-proof, neither.
Yeah, it's almost like a little annex. If by annex you mean a small cupboard.
Now, it might surprise some of you to find out that this is not our full-time job.
Mhm.
We do actually have a life away from podcasting, even though this is incredibly slick and professional.
Yeah.
I'm a professional apiarist.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know, I'm looking at you, Mama Pasta and Ennui. That's someone who looks after bees for a living.
Mhm.
So one of the things that Adam and I have found difficult in our relationship, which is growing and burgeoning towards something that I suppose you could call acquaintanceship, I quite often just have the odd bee stuck on my clothes, even after I've taken off my bee suit, which at this point is superfluous because my bees know me. One or two of them will stick around and come with me on my day, and so it's not unusual for me to have hundreds of bees in my mouth at any given time. And Adam struggles with that.
I think you've come to sting me with them when you haven't. And the bees, it's weird because the bees are starting to get used to me.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a whole other level of terror for me because
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I was stung by bees by the kids in the school grounds as a child.
That is a big revelation to me, and that actually puts my old bee thing into perspective in the sense that I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't bring so many bees into your room every time I come over.
I hope not. I mean, Grandpa's house is big. And it's wide.
Yeah.
So those bees have got a lot of places to hide.
Oh yeah, I mean they will get in and among it, and they will hide in tiles. And just I know from personal experience, I'll lift up one of my little locket boxes where I keep necklaces that I wear, and there'll be 6 bees in there, and I'll go down the kitchen and get my cereal in the morning. Guess what? Beos would be the better name for the cereal that I eat.
Talk about your honey oats.
Yeah, but I eat Cocoa Pops,
Yeah,
and I've told you that, so it's a little annoying that you weren't listening.
I'm sorry.
I will maybe actually send some bees your way next time.
That's fair.
The
That's fair retribution for forgetting the breakfast cereal.
The
But-
nice thing about bees is they are actually absolutely harmless, and no one
Yeah.
is allergic to bees, so just get over it.
It's true. But, I mean, I've started to get slightly used to them. As I said, I am deathly scared of them. But I've started to get a little used to that terror. Because Ross's job is beeman. I am repairing my grandpa's house, my grandpapa's house.
Yeah.
That's my job. That's my day job.
Yeah.
I don't get paid for it, and I am very severely in debt, if you will. But it's really satisfying. But sometimes I'll be grouting the tiles in the bathroom, and they need a daily grout. I'll be grouting the tiles, and 100 bees will pop out of my tiles.
You don't have much time for much else, actually. As far as
No.
I've known you, you've really just been grouting that one bathroom.
Yeah.
And there are 6 bathrooms in this house.
The house is in a unfathomable state of disrepair.
You keep saying that, but I mean, it's quite well kept to my eye. Like, that bathroom that you keep cleaning is, as far as I can tell, it is spotless. So I don't know if you're under some sort of hex or a witch's boogie woog or something.
Well, we know that this house has been haunted by the dead ghost of my dead grandpost. So,
Well, but he was a nice guy, and he was a billionaire.
Yeah.
He could have left you some money instead of just this GD house.
yeah, but, you know, he left
He
me
made
a-
all of his money in bees.
He knew, I think, somewhere deep in his heart, Grandpapa knew that we'd be recording a spooky Halloween podcast, and he gave us the basement to try it in.
Yeah, and that is incredible foresight from a billionaire.
Yeah.
So, I suppose in summation, I work with bees. Adam can't stand bees, so, you know, who cares?
Yeah, just forget about it.
That's not what this podcast is about.
It's not really going to come up again, so don't worry about it.
No. See, he's fine.
Forget about it.
He's not even that scared about him. Buzz
Nah.
Buzz. Buzz Buzz, get over it. It would be a game that I am working on developing.
That's
a
what
board
my
game.
therapist says.
Yeah, Buzz Buzz, get over it. I'm Adam's therapist, by the way. I do part-time. Do that part-time to tide me over with the bee money. He's not that
Yeah.
good.
We will be recording our therapy sessions, but
That's a different podcast.
yeah, it's a different podcast.
That's called Sit Me Down, Skip.
Yeah.
And it's just a thing about the fact that in addition to being a bee boy and a therapist, I'm also a sailor.
Yeah.
I'm the only sailor therapist in the world. And Adam will say, "Sit me down, Skip." I'll point to my couch, my chaise longue, and he'll sit down on it and he'll go, "I keep having sex dreams about people I'm related to." And I'll go, "What am I supposed to do about it? You
What
fuck?
am I supposed to do about it?
Not my problem."
I took on the first sailor therapist due to the fact that Kelsey Grammer wasn't available because from his 2 roles, Down Periscope and Frasier, he is also a sailor therapist.
Really my hero in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I do hope he'll do a B film soon.
Me too.
Really disappointed when he didn't turn up on the cast list for B movie with Jerry Seinfeld.
That was
And
a
that's
real
my fear.
that was a real blow.
It was hard to get over, and I considered quitting one of my jobs for a while.
We had Matthew Broderick though,
Matthew Biedrick.
so that's a good one.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares about Matthew Broderick?
He's not. I don't want to get into Matthew Broderick here. Is he the guy who ran over someone? No, that was someone else.
No,
Never mind then. I don't want to get into it anyway. I don't want to talk about stars that
Don't get me
remind me of
started.
people who run over people. Not for a moment.
So have you got any websites that gave you the old spook?
I got some scary stuff. This is not from a website, so this is a little bit of a deviation, but I wrote this on the internet. And this is just a list, taking the Halloween theme as a kind of base jump point. This is just a list of the top 10 monsters and villains I'd like to see invented in 2018.
Okay,
And these do not exist,
right.
but that's a problem.
Yeah.
So next Halloween, I'd like to see little kids dressing up as these costumes and little adults running away from these monsters. Okay, so here we go. Number 10 is Truffle.
Uh huh.
It's speaks for itself. He puts truffles in people, and then pigs eat them out.
Right. Okay. So similar to, what does he look like?
He wears a pig mask. He's otherwise just a normal man.
So similar to Saw.
I haven't heard it. Is that an audiobook?
Yeah.
Haven't heard it.
I came, I saw, I seen
Viddy,
the pigs
Viddy.
gotta agree.
Vitchy, Oinky.
I think that's the end of the new movie.
I'd listen to it. All right, number 9, firework.
Uh-huh.
It speaks for itself. He blows up around people,
Uh-huh.
but then he's fine again.
Oh.
He dresses like a tube. Number 8, cannibal bellboy.
That one really speaks for itself.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. He's
Is
a
that
bellboy. He eats people.
Cannibal Bellboy.
2 L's.
Okay.
What did you think?
And Cannibal Bowel Boy.
Hey, that could be a headline after his first victim. I mean,
Cannibal
if they knew who
Bellboy
it was.
bowels him over.
Oh, I see. So bowl is the pun.
Yeah.
That came out of
That's how you
line.
pronounce bowel.
Number 7, laziazer.
Uh-huh.
So he's a laser. He can cut through people.
But he's very lazy.
He
about
can't
it.
be arsed.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well, if I could cut through people, I
Mm.
probably wouldn't.
he did a lot early, and then he got bored of it. No one. They used to just call him laser.
Ah.
That one doesn't really speak for itself. Number 6 is the arachnid kid.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to go into that one
No.
because it's so scary. I mean, we're getting up to the top 5 now, so it's bound to be pretty
This
terrifying.
is pure fear, really.
Number 5 is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Lord and Lady Straw, and these are sort of well-to-do home counties couple,
Uh-huh.
landed gentry, and they just have big spiky straws they poke into people, and then they just suck the blood out of them.
Right.
That's really scary to think about that as an
Mhm.
idea. Unfortunately, or unfortunately, it doesn't exist yet, but I would like to see it happen next year, and I am really scared it's going to happen.
In reality or in costumery?
I would like to see costumes mock the reality of it. Just
okay.
like, you know,
Sir and Lady Straw.
yeah, I mean, people dress as Jack the Ripper all the time.
They do.
Number 3 is the human tooth.
Uh-huh.
Just really strong, like an animal.
Yeah.
He's got little legs, though. He's not immobile. Number 2 is Lava Lady.
I kind of wish he was
Hang on.
immobile.
Wow.
Go back to the human tooth.
I'm still storyboarding and drawboarding and blue writing and coming up with ideas, but number 2 is Lava Lady. She'll melt anything, apart from other lava. So I'm thinking of a spin-off Lava Man.
Or herself?
Lava doesn't melt itself. It
But
wouldn't
could
exist.
she? Could she melt herself?
In dire straits, she could melt herself, I think.
Okay.
And the big one, number 1, drum roll, Snake Man, aka Slither.
Oh,
It speaks for itself.
it really does. Because you don't want that coming up to you. I mean, the Bible says that the snake was the most duplicitous creature for a reason.
Yes, from Genesis 1. And here's the twist. He is as big as a normal snake, like a garden snake,
Like
as a
corn
snake, and as a person.
Okay.
So he's a really little man.
he's a very
He can
small
turn
man.
into a normal-sized snake.
Well, that's somewhat scarier.
It's unnerving, because imagine what he could do as a little man.
He's very-
He should almost be called Little Man.
Yeah.
If that wasn't already taken by the brilliant Wayans film, Little Man.
Yeah. It is unfortunate.
Mm.
Little man who
Copyright.
can turn into a snake who is the normal size of a snake really doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, not quite.
No.
But that's my top 10. Top 10 monsters and villains I hope will exist in 2018.
Fingers crossed. I mean, hopefully next year when we're doing the bicentennial anniversary special,
200 years.
yeah, of Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and we do our podcast of Halloween.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll be able to talk about, have you seen all those kids dressed as the horrid Snake Man?
Yeah.
Have you seen all those kids dressed as Sir and Lady Straw?
Yeah, I'm sick of these truffle costumes.
I went to a Halloween party the other day and it was just full of garbage.
Wall-to-wall cannibal bellboys. I opened a cupboard at a Halloween party and I saw garbage kissing the arachnid kid.
Fingers crossed that all of these monsters and villains,
Fingers crossed.
all of these monsters and villains become reality so they can become parody.
I could have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I want to see Mr. and Mrs.
Oh.
Straw February at latest because I think a little bit of time needs to pass.
please, Lady and Lord Straw.
Lady, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't want this to immediately become a thing, because then people are going to put the blame on me if there's 10 new murderers around.
Sorry, I was going for the costumes that you get in, like, the costume shops. They can't call it Lady and Lord Straw.
Oh, I see.
So it's
Like a
Mr. and
knockoff name
Mr.
to
and
avoid
Mrs.
trademark.
Drinkers.
Yeah, and Lava Lady would be like Meltmouth.
Milk
And Snake Man would be called Slither. Oh no, that is also one of his names.
or Arachnid Kid. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Spider Boy.
Spider-Man.
Well, we'll see. Lazy Azer. What would be a good name for Lazy Azer? It would just be called Slow Light.
Yeah, Slow Light.
Cannibal Bellboy. Troublesome Hotel Assistant.
Yeah, Troublesome Hotel Assistant is perfect.
Excellent. Well, I don't think anyone's going to be doing trademarks for truffle or fireworks, so we'll just leave those be.
Yeah, garbage.
Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to mention bees.
Trash.
Trash is garbage.
Trash is garbage.
Trash is garbage. That's English American lesson.
Mm-hmm. Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Somebody put that aluminum faucet in the trash compactor.
Aluminum faucet.
In my truck, Chevy. Somebody put my aluminum faucet in my Chevy truck. Duh. I voted for Donald Trump. Breast belt. Well, that was one list of things that I came up with. So
Yeah.
another bullseye within the brief of what this podcast is about. What have you seen on the internet this
Spot
week?
on. I mean, I've been about, but there's been just a lot of real scary attacks on my internet, which have really faltered how I search the internet. I thought we'd talk about in a Halloween episode.
Mhm.
You know, we talk about the scariest thing you can get on the internet, which is a computer virus.
Tell me about it, brother. Preach.
So, you know, just a quick blow off for all you people who are afraid you're going to get a Halloween virus. Trojans, don't worry about them. They're hidden. You got .exes. Just don't download anything. You'll be safe. Ransomware. The big R. Just don't go on the internet and you'll avoid it.
Anyone seen Forrest Gump? Oh, I don't know. He ran somewhere.
And that's a little joke about a very serious problem. And I've never had ransomware, but I think I'd be too scared to do anything about the ransomware if I got it.
Just imagine you're casually browsing some website about something.
Yeah.
To use it.
You're on covergirl.com, you're on glamour.net.
I'm just on my forums about cars, reading about spoilers, and then all of a sudden, spoiler alert is
The name of the forum.
Come back to that later. Spoiler alert, there's pay me £100 or you're not going to get on your website again.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's scarier than the Hanneman Bellboy.
Yeah. I mean, it's really a modern horror story.
Yes. Count out your money, Dracula.
I've been cut off from my Facebook. I've been cut off from WhatsApp. I've been cut off from Google Mail. I've been cut off from all my files in my computer.
Mum, I can't come on World of Warcraft tonight because I've been actually hacked by ransomware.
Yeah, imagine telling your parents, Dad, there's a guy in East America, and he just wants to get at my files.
What?
He just wants to get my files.
What do you mean?
He's got all my files, and he's hidden them in his computer pockets.
Are you going to be on World of Warcraft tonight?
I can't come on World of Warcraft, Dad.
What?
My character's been hacked.
You must have been on one of those dirty websites with the boner websites again.
Yeah, I've been on all the boner websites, and now some guy in East America has got all my details.
You little fuck. You fucking disappointment. You're a fucking disappointment. Why are you on boner websites again?
And that's a little... I mean, that's just, I assume, at least 4 of our listeners are currently dealing with a mad father.
Oh, yeah. We wouldn't be
Which is another great, I think, Halloween character.
Number 11.
The Mad Father. He didn't quite make the list.
I'm listening to an e-audio book right now. It's not a real James Bond book. It's a knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a guy who's called the Mad Father.
Oh.
So that character is extant. And there's no need for you to go there.
So, it's not James Bond.
It is James Bond, but it's not real.
Right.
It's not a real James Bond, but Ian Fleming is dead.
Right. Okay.
It's
So
one of those
it's one of the
continuation novels
written by.
someone made up.
Yeah.
Tim Childs or something. I can't remember. Didn't even look at his name.
Is he really called the Mad Father?
No, he's called Father Scorpius, but it's close.
It's close enough that the character doesn't need to exist.
It's got Father in it.
Yeah.
It's quite a good Bond book, but I don't count it. It's not real
No.
because I'm not reading it.
It's no
I'm just
Casino.
hearing it.
It's no Casino Royale.
No, and it's not Thunderball or
You only live once.
Pussy.
Goldeneye.
The Rich and the Famous.
Yeah.
Die. Why don't you?
That's my favorite Bond book.
It's great, and it's read by Timothy Dalton himself, Mr. James Bond.
The best Bond.
Pass me my laser watch. Fuck. A famous scene where he gives away that he's wearing a laser watch and then gets killed by the villain, Dr. Bad.
Mad Father.
Mad Father. This is a really interesting fact that nobody knows. Darth Vader comes from the German for Dark Father. Dort Foder. Dort Foder. And if you actually listen really closely, he's referred to as Dort Foder throughout all the Star Wars films.
Yeah. Darth Vader, sorry.
Yeah.
Was made up after the fact by George Lucas because he thought, you know what sounds cooler than Dort Foder? Darth Vader.
Absolutely, and it's one of those retrofit things where he's like, yeah, writing a character, I'd probably go back and change it, just called Dort Foder, and then...
Yeah, the special edition, they added CG Jabba, they added new song, and they added Darth Vader to Dark Foder.
Yeah.
And that's all they added. And that's why it's the pinnacle of the way to watch Star Wars in the world.
The bookie was a Wookiee. Han Solo made a bet. The bookie lost the bet. Now Han Solo has a pet.
That's good.
That's alright, isn't it?
That's
something my brother texted me 2 days ago.
on his Star Wars marathon.
He's just a big fan of BB-8, so he's probably just like thinking about BB-8, and then some of the side characters like Wookiee and Solo came up.
Yeah, to BB-8 or not to BB-8.
I don't know what you mean.
Well,
I have no idea what you're referring to.
let's not deviate.
Oh. Alright. I don't feel well. So did you come across any other websites? I mean, most of my website browsing this week was actually trying to find something I need
Yeah, that's
for
fair.
health reasons.
And health can be scary too.
Health can be scary too. I mean, my thing isn't that scary. It's more aesthetic. It's kind of a cosmetic thing I'm looking for. When I say I need it, and psychologically it would help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to graft two. Well, you don't know what you wouldn't call them horns, but sort of spikes to put on my arms to make me look tough.
Like on your shoulders.
Yeah,
Like spiked shoulder pads.
like spiked shoulder pads, but they would be surgically added to my body. And I've found a backstreet doctor who's willing to do it, but he won't supply the spikes.
Hmm.
And then I, in a way, will become a superhero, Spike Man.
You won't become something scary. You'll become a superhero.
I would probably try and help more than I hindered. So yeah.
I feel like those spikes would help more than they hinder.
Yeah, because even just sort of like playing with my nephew or whatever, I could be like, do you want to throw some plastic rings onto the spikes on my shoulder?
Yeah.
I can't think of a scenario in which it would help me fight crime, but that's one example in which it would marginally help my day-to-day life.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
And that's enough.
Yeah. You don't need to explain it, I think. Spikes on the shoulder is enough explanation.
Yeah.
Much like garbage, it speaks for itself.
And spikes on the shoulder, I think, is an episode of Buffy, isn't it? When she decides that she prefers Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, spikes on the shoulder.
Spikes on the cold shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Buffy always speaks.
Yeah, she's from 1930s, the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick of this, Giles.
You listen to me, Xander. We're gonna fight the zombies, and we're gonna do it real well.
You're kissing girls now, Dawn? You're kissing girls now? You didn't speak to me? Actually, Dawn would be funny, because then it's like a mafiosa Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dawn. This is Buffy again, speaking of Dawn, the witch. I'm sorry, Dawn. I didn't bring you the money that I owe you this month.
Hey, you want me to turn into a big vampire, Buffy? A big witch woman?
we gotta fight Malcolm, the internet demon, and I'm gonna Mal.com, and I'm gonna need you to turn into the Mega Witch.
Is that Giles?
No, it's still Buffy. She's just getting progressively more rheumatic and arthritic. Hey, Dawn, I'm gonna need you to turn into a Mega Witch. It's Xander.
The famous episode of Buffy.
Yeah. Pass me that Mega Witch, which is another famous episode of Scooby Doo.
It is.
Do you do a Scooby Doo impression?
No.
All right, me neither.
I don't think either of us could really pull it off.
No, I mean it.
I could do a great, not any of the main gang,
Okay.
but I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you kids.
You do a great Buffy. Yeah, we've been over that already. Yeah, I do a great Thelma or Louise or whatever she's called. We've got to solve this mystery. If it's the last fucking thing we do.
That is a great Velma.
Thanks. Where's my fucking glasses? Pass me them, you fucking asshole dog. Do you have any other websites, Adam?
Well, I've been on tripadvisor.co.uk because we've inherited a haunted house. I'll put a bit of echo on that.
Okay.
And I wanted to see if there were any other people who had been in a similar situation. So I found a haunted hostel on tripadvisor.co.uk.
Okay.
So this review is from Jordan V, and this is for the Hotel Archirossi
Jordan
in
V.
Via Fienza, which is in Italy.
Oh. Well, my
so-
pasta's ears pricking up.
Yeah, Jordan V says, hostel was nice and quite clean. We arrived and stayed at room 46. We had a 6-dorm bed. There were 6 of us traveling together, but only me and my missus were there for the first night, so we had the room to ourselves. Throughout the day, my missus felt very eerie and felt someone was watching us when she walked into the room several times, but had not told me because she knew I would think she was silly. At night, as soon as we turned off the light, I saw 3 creatures coming towards me. And something jumped on my back and held me down on the bed, and I was not able to speak at all. I managed to get a yell out, "Ah!" And my missus heard me and turned on the light and said, "What's the matter?" I was really freaked out and thought maybe I was dreaming. As I said that, she started crying and told me how she had felt in the room throughout the day. We were so scared and jumped into the same bed together. Bear in mind there were 3 bunk beds, so 6 single beds. We moved to a bunk at the corner of the room and left the light on. We were unable to sleep, and every time I turned my back facing the room, I felt something trying to attack my back. As we tried to sleep again, we suddenly felt our sheets being pulled off, and I grabbed them on the way down. We were so freaked out now, and I couldn't not sleep. In the morning, we found out our friends were staying in Venice and decided to bail on Florence, and we immediately checked out and bailed back to Venice, as there was no chance we were staying in the room another night. The next day, we realized I actually have a huge tattoo of a huge cross on my back, and that might have been what caused the present/thing to attack my back. Still freaked out to this day.
Wow.
And,
How many stars did he give it?
3 for value, 4 for location, 4 for rooms, 4 for cleanliness, 3 for service, 1 for sleep quality. So, I mean, all in all,
quality.
it was quite good. I just like that at the very end, he realized. The way it's written
cross
isn't
on my
that he
back.
remembered he had a huge tattoo. He realized that, I have a huge tattoo on my back. I've never noticed that before.
I finally worked it out. Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, and that's really helped me with my situation. Because, as I said, I am haunted by the ghost of my dead grandpapa.
Yeah.
So,
Is it about time that we try and work out what is on your back?
Yeah.
Because we know you've got a tattoo, but we've never quite been able to square it away.
I haven't got a mirror.
No.
So I don't really know what it is,
And I refuse to look at any other man's back,
Yeah.
famously.
as we know. So
It's a respect thing.
we're really figuring it out through guesswork, and I think it's why my
Mm.
grandpapa is haunting me.
Okay. Well,
And I
it's not my problem.
no,
But I wish you the best in working out. I noticed that you were wearing a t-shirt that has guns on it.
I
Is
am
that
wearing a t-shirt
an
that has
attempt
guns
to
on it.
try and intimidate your grandpapai?
this is just for Halloween because it's okay to be scared of guns. This is my
Oh.
Halloween costume.
It's really good. You look like a soldier because soldiers wear t-shirts with guns.
I'm a gunman.
I'm a gun runner.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a pair of trainers later.
Gun
I'm not
runner.
wearing them now because, as you know, I famously go barefoot in my grandpa's house.
Yeah, good way to kind of grout the floor as you go because
Yeah,
you've got
I
very
wear-
dry feet.
I wear steel wool sandals, and I
Mm,
just slide along the floor.
I know. The listeners don't know, but I know.
Yeah.
I know all too well.
You can probably hear them grouting away as we speak.
We used to record this at a Starbucks, and what we
Mm.
would do is we would just go around to every other patron and all the people who work there and all the coffee machines and say, "Would you mind just being quiet for an hour? We're just
Yeah.
trying to do this." And well, for the previous however many episodes, they obliged.
Yeah.
Until last episode that we recorded, if you remember, we got chucked out because you'd scratched up the floor to indignity.
I had, and I also requested a tall black coffee during the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, "Don't turn the machine on; it'll make too much noise." So
Yeah.
they had to make a silent coffee, which
It was extraordinary how they did it.
it was very impressive, but I refused to pay.
They used pressure to heat it up. I still to this day don't know how they did it.
No.
That's the real Halloween scare that I got, is knowing how smart some of these baristas are at Starbucks and probably even at Costa Coffee.
Yeah, and I've missed, because of our expulsion from Starbucks and our expulsion from every Starbucks that has ever been. We can't go in anymore. We're banned. I've missed the pumpkin spice.
I mean, that's a Halloween flavored drink,
yeah.
and I don't get to experience it because some fucking rube has got steel on his feet.
Yeah.
No offense.
It's fine.
Some fucking asshole with some weird foot thing slides through his grandfather's manor in these fucking bullshit steel shoes, and now I can't go and get my pumpkin SL, and it really pees me off. So the real Halloween scare for you this year, Adam, is going to be me stabbing you to death in your sleep tonight.
What can I say? But whoops.
Whoops just about covers it, and I do forgive you.
That's fair.
All right, whoopsie Goldberg.
Yeah. So I mean, we've looked at probably 100 websites. You got any more great websites that you've had a look at and just?
I haven't been on the net that much this week. I've been dealing with my own thing.
That's fair.
I mean, I know it sounds lazy, and in a lot of ways it is, but
Yeah,
I guess I am just lazy Azer.
that's fair.
Have you got anything else?
I was trying to find just scary stories, and the thing is, if you look on the net, you actually can't find a scary story because they're expunged. Because
Government.
nobody wants to get frightened on the internet.
Yeah, government takes them down.
Mhm.
Spook Squad.
And they've got the old Trump's got his spook squad in full effect in America, and our prime minister,
Tommy May.
yeah, I forgot which one it was,
Uh-huh.
does not have a spook squad, but because most of the internet comes from America, the spook squad there takes it very they take their job very seriously.
Okay, here's how it works. America is much bigger than the UK, yeah, but that's actually not the most important element of it. Actually, what it comes down to is that it takes a huge amount of brain power for the internet to run, and America has some of the smartest people in the world at any given time. And actually, America has so much more web because of that, and so we should just get over it.
I think that's fair.
Technical elements, I don't even want to go into, Adam, because you're not even going to understand me explaining them, but believe me, the Wi-Fi that you can get in America is incredible because they actually have some really smart people over there, like John Oliver.
Yeah.
And Hillary Clinton.
John Oliver and Hillary Clinton.
So the joke's on you, Britain.
Yeah.
And I don't even get involved in it because I'm not British or American. I'm actually Greek.
Which is not something we've really brought up yet.
No, there's no need. I'm always Greek.
It's just what you are.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
not-
need to defend myself. It's
No.
normal to be Greek.
It's,
It's more normal to be Greek than it is to be from anywhere else. We were the first country.
and I think that's the takeaway from this Halloween special. Just be yourself.
Just be Greek.
Yeah. Or if you can't, let's go Greek.
Go Greek. Go Greek, and you'll never live to regret it. Sounds like a threat.
Go Greek and you'll never live to regret it.
Yep. I am always Greek, and my favorite thing about my country is, I don't know, olive trees and the smell of olive trees.
I've never been to Greece.
Ugh.
I have seen Grease, the musical.
Yep.
And that Sandy, ooh.
Oh, mama.
What a girl.
That leather jacket is giving me heart palpitations.
That's the famous line by John Travolta.
Yeah. I'm a Scientologist, and I love my masseuse.
That leather jacket It's giving me heart palpitations.
Nobody puts Zenu in the corner. That's good. This podcast's gonna get shut down now, probably by the aliens.
Probably.
Joke's on me.
Which
Sorry.
is a scary enough Halloween thought in itself.
Oh yeah. Imagine if aliens are real.
Yeah, and it's not really something because Halloween is reserved for the ghoulish and spookish. We don't really talk about how spooky aliens are.
Yeah. Cards on the table. Do you believe aliens exist?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even need to wait for the countdown.
Well, I would have thought you'd have done it out of respect, but
No.
fine.
I didn't wait for the countdown out of respect for the alien life forms that I believe in.
Here's the thing. You'll notice this in NASA and any sort of other space-based agency in America. They love countdowns. Why? Because it's a mark of respect to aliens. That's why. You think like they could just start rockets going up.
Yeah.
If they wanted to.
Go.
Yeah, just Houston, go.
It takes off.
It'd be much funnier if they did it that way. But they don't. They go, all right, 30, 29, 28, rockets ready. 29, 28, 27, rockets are ready to go. 25, 21, I'm skipping.
Houston,
3,
we were ready to checking in.
2, Houston, we could have gone about 28 seconds ago. 1, make that 29.
Yeah.
0, 1, they do the prank one when they go back up.
Everybody
2,
knows.
Houston, what's going on?
The old NASA prank.
All right, Houston, you're going back up. 3, all right, Houston, this is very funny, but what's going on? 21.
21.
Houston, that's enough. Let's get this bird in the air. Go!
And it.
Go!
And there's no
And the aliens are
hesitation.
looking down, rubbing their chins and going, these humans are all right.
And they've got 3 hands, 2 chins.
I'd be about as happy as an alien with 3 hands and 2 chins.
That's the famous NASA phrase.
Yeah.
Wow, Houston, that prank has made me as happy as an alien with 3 hands and 2 chins, which, as we at NASA all know, exist.
Buzz, what's it like in space? Cramped. That's Buzz Aldrin's famous one-liner when he landed. Turned to the cameras, took off his sunglasses, space sunglasses.
Buzz, what's it like up there?
Cramped.
The famous Buzz Aldrin quote.
Funny, because space
Yeah.
should be the opposite of cramped, but actually, up in the pods, Neil's pod, it's really, really tight.
Up in Neil's pod.
Apollo, Neil's pod.
Pretty sure that's what they called it.
Neil, what's it like up there? Well, it's a little cramped.
I truly hope that's his voice.
Neil, do you see any aliens up there?
Well?
Just Buzz. Buzz is a bit of an alien. Yeah, that's a little inside the Neil's pod, little fantasy or something. I like to have a fantasy of aliens,
A little space humor.
a little space tumor.
And space is vast.
Yeah, that's why it's so funny when they said cramped.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, yeah, it was just for those of them that didn't pick up on the Easter eggs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's nice to sort of put little markers down for the stupider people among our listenership.
Yeah.
Or readership.
And there are, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, they're not me, that's not me.
You're
it is.
probably on we.
Well, no,
Spin it
always.
like that.
Only knows he's one of the stupid listeners.
It's not a meal. Mama pasta is not a stupid.
Oh, dear.
I went to Bologna University, got my degree in making a nice tomato sauce. What's the matter, my nephew? You got a silly little look on your face.
Grandma, it bothers me that you are one of the smartest listeners of the podcast that I have ever listened to.
I'm so smart, I listen to the podcast in 1.5 speed. I take it all in. This amazes me. My own brain. It amazes me. It can do incredible things.
Mama Pasta's very conceited. I never imagined that about her.
And I'm so beautiful. I look at myself in the mirror and I think, oh, God is so nice. He put this beautiful engine in such a nice chassis.
Oh, Mama Pasta.
Oh, Mama.
She really,
My mama's long gone, but I still say it. She's there. She's with angels now.
haunted by her mother. So hopefully this episode will help you, Mama Pasta.
Mm.
And on we,
Our 2 favorite listeners.
you may be stupid, but
We still love you.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, you may be stupid. Seek medical help.
You may have serious stupidity problem.
Walked into any walls recently? You may be stupid.
Mama Pastor, where did you put this wall in my way?
You stupid boy, that's not even a wall. You just walked into the kitchen sink. A vafangool. How could I do with such a stupid nephew? Or son, a grandson? You're so dumb. When you sit around the house, you sit around the house.
Mama Pasta character is taking a real turn for the better.
I'm complex and diverse. And I'm actually a very young woman. And I'll live forever because I was bit by a vampire when I was 22. But this is my voice. This is my voice.
It's all vampire Mama Pasta.
I got spiky teeth.
Help me bite the tomato.
I don't put any garlic in my pasta. I'm not gonna hit you upside of the head.
Ooh, Mama Pasta.
Mama Pasta's a riot.
She's a great character. She's a great human. Because
Yeah.
she's not a character, she's real.
Oh yeah, in a character in the sense that you'd
Mama,
say.
you are a real character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. What
Not
real
to
character?
bite me, Mama Pastor.
He's so sad these days. He seems to be getting more and more sad.
He really is.
The
He's very
timbre of his
depressed.
voice has become significantly more filled with ennui.
Well, as the years go by,
Our
he just
friendship
wants
will
to
never
die.
die. And actually, Toy Story is probably one of the scariest films ever
Yeah.
because the fucking toys come to life.
Buzz. Woody.
Yeah, somebody buzz Woody and tell him to stop moving. I always sing this. I know there's the great Toy Story song, You Got a Friend in Me.
Yeah.
I always sing, these toys have come to life. These toys have come to life. It's not natural. It must be changed. These toys have come to life.
Yeah.
Because, okay, toys are alive, and you're going to sing about friendship. Friendship's normal.
Yeah. Toys
Everyone
being
has a
alive isn't
friend.
normal.
And make your song about toys coming to life.
I wish every Pixar song who is the name of the author of Pixar song.
Randy Newman.
He would write songs about just what's happening in the Pixar movie and not metaphors or
Yeah.
about feelings,
Themes, yeah.
you know. There are feelings inside a little girl's brain,
Elton John.
and one of them runs away.
That would be good. My lion that died. It's time for me to become the king.
Yeah, Lion King,
After I've
the famous
grown up.
Pixar movie.
Yeah, Lion's King.
Mhm.
Monsters are alive. They try to make a children's game.
David Bowie.
They got it. These monsters have come to scare children in the night. Uh-oh. Keep them away from me.
They're real people with superpowers, but they're real people first and foremost.
It's tough being a family. Trying to be superheroes too. What are they gonna do? It's just me and you, boy.
It's just he goes back to the old
And
song.
as the years go by, a friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's my destiny. The Incredibles too.
Yeah, it's good. I love the one he did
Halloween.
for Brave.
Halloween special.
The Incredibles dress in costumes, and that's close enough to Halloween as you're gonna get.
Incredible costumes.
It's actually going to be my costume tonight. I'm going to dress as the whole Incredibles family. I'm going to dress as Bob Parr. I'm going to dress as Helen Parr. I'm going to dress as Violet. I'm going to dress as Dash. And I'm going to dress as Baby Jack Jack too.
I'm so impressed that you know all of those. I was just about to ask you to do it.
So am I, actually.
You just did it. That is so
I didn't
cool.
know if I would.
That's really good.
Hmm.
I don't think we're going to top that, right? I mean, that is
No.
extraordinary recollection skills. Someone emailed me to correct me. Apparently, we got the name of the guy from The Mask wrong, even though we kind of congratulated ourselves on remembering it.
Did we?
Apparently.
His name's Stanley Ipkiss, isn't it?
Apparently not.
Or
Someone
Upkiss.
emailed me and was like, no way. I don't know. I didn't research afterward, but I just accepted it.
Well, I think we should find out what his name is.
I
that's
think
a
so
nice-
too. It'd be a nice way to conclude the episode. Mask film. That must be it. We're using Wikipedia, which is one of the classic websites. Oh no, this is Mask, not the Mask. This is Peter Bogdanovich joint with Cher.
Stanley Ipkiss.
We're right.
That's what we said. We said Upkiss. We corrected ourselves to Ipkiss.
Okay, so fuck you, Greg. You were wrong.
Yeah. Don't email us with corrections when you don't even know the movie yourself.
Email us with compliments, and that's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
all we will accept.
Don't criticize us, because I tell you what, you try doing this. It's very, very hard.
It is hard to come around to Adam's grandfather's house from now
Thank
on.
you.
And have to put up with the ghouls in the cupboard and the bees that I bring.
Yeah, we've been spooked at least 100 times since we walked in the door. And this is a haunted house. And there are other guests here coming in to be scared.
Yeah, after this, we're going to go and try and exercise one of the upstairs room. Well, I'm going to go and try and exercise one of the upstairs room.
Yeah.
Adam has decided to continue with his grow tank. Which is
it can't be
disappointing.
helped.
I could use some help, but...
It's my exercise.
Alright.
So,
Yep,
while you
fair enough.
exercise some demons, I'll exercise my glutes.
There's a lot of squatting that you do when you're growing, isn't there?
Hundreds of squats.
Yeah. Well, you're one of the strongest guys I know.
Thigh-wise, at least.
Yeah. And that is also your online handle.
Yeah, thigh-wise.
Thightwise22.
It's a good online handle.
Yep.
Grandpa Pa would be proud.
Yes, see what his online handle, your grandpa, was Old Spooky Mansion Man 180.
Which is weird because it's only become an old spooky mansion since Grandpa Pa died.
Yeah, and to be honest, I still don't see it. It's, I'm kind of playing along to a certain
It's
extent.
more
but-
spooky for me because it's the house of my dead grandfather.
And he's still alive,
Yeah.
which is the weirdest part of it. You keep insisting. It's spooky. I think the rattling you hear is mostly him upstairs. He invited you to live with him after you got unemployed.
I have chained him to a bed.
And that's understandable because he was making a racket, but you shouldn't insist on calling him dead all the time.
I'm making a real Gerald's game out of it.
I don't know what you mean.
The Pixar,
Oh.
where they play chess in the park. It's an
Oh.
old man playing chess. It's an old man playing chess. He's got a friend who was in Toy Story 2 when he
What?
fixed Woody's I am boot.
What's that? Did someone from Toy Story appear in one of those shorts beforehand?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he plays chess.
The old guy?
Yeah, he plays chess,
That's
and
the
then
same
he
old
comes
guy.
and fixes Woody up in Toy Story 2.
There are acorns and levels, not acorns, hidden eggs,
Uh-huh.
that I didn't even understand about Pixar. I always thought Pixar was for kids, so I just didn't pay attention.
Well, they're really an A113 company. It's another little,
I have to pass on that one. I can't sign off.
little Easter egg for you, Pixar listeners.
Not for me.
Well,
Not for me. I only like movies with cars. Except, I mean, there is one film that I like by Pixar, but I won't say which.
yeah. Well, 2 films.
I don't know what
3.
you mean. 1 film, 2 film, 3 film, 4. Make another Cars film, then make more.
And that's
that's an original by me.
yeah.
Called Make Some More Cars Films, people.
And I think they're going to oblige.
No, I emailed it to Jeremy Clarkson. He's king of cars.
Make some more of your Cars film, please, Jeremy.
Would you get off your hype horse and make some more of your Cars films? Jezza.
And he does.
Yeah, and he did it. You can make a difference if you just email people, and that is what the internet is for, people.
Yeah.
Call your counselor. Tell him that you're sick.
Yeah.
I can't stop emailing people. He'll say, keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm your counselor.
He'll say, don't come into school. It's like, stay off, bug off. Go listen to your podcasts, you fucking dope.
I don't want to get into it now, but it is a big thing. School's outdated. Get rid of schools. Burn schools down. We actively encourage you to leave your house now. Go and burn down a school. They don't need them. They're a waste of government resources. The
Yeah.
government should be spending all of its tax money on making better internet. The Americans have got us pegged back. I don't want to go into that again, but they are beating us on the net. We need to beat them. Again, I'm above it because I'm Greek. Greek doesn't have internet. But you Brits really need to get your shit together.
And an American schools burn down. Oh, at a rate of fire knots. They burn down real quick. Because
Yeah.
they're made of MDMA.
MDMA is a drug that you take all the time and I don't partake because I need
Yeah.
to keep my mind lucid for the internet.
I like to keep my mind loose for the internet.
I can tell. You're high as a kite right now. And has been drawing on his face the whole time.
Just
Keeps touching himself and looking happy about it, sort of like touching his jaw and being like, little baby noise. Who cares?
yeah. Burn
Drugs
down
are
your
for
school.
thugs.
Take drugs. We're condoning any kind of behavior you want to do.
You can act however you like.
It's
on the internet.
Halloween. It's the spookiest time of the year. Go out and just scare the fuck out yourself.
World Wide West.
Yeah.
World West wipe. Wed wipe world.
Wet world.
We're living in a wiped world.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can get away with it is to not tell your teacher, not tell your counselor, and just go with it, baby.
Yeah. Just follow the yellow brick road.
Yep, and I'd like to say that's enough for this
Yeah.
week. I can't think of a better way to conclude an episode than that.
Condoning burning down schools.
And your big thing was really made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was
Alright.
looking at the pen I'm drawing on my face with.
Yeah, it's a big.
It's a bit.
Yeah. How was the internet for you this week on the scariest week of the year?
Well, as you know, I got attacked by 6 viruses. My grandpa is chained to the bed. So it's been a real roller coaster of a week for me.
Okay.
But
It's not why I'm asking.
I give it a 5.
Okay.
That's out of 8.
Alright. Pretty good. Passing.
Yeah.
Passing marks for the internet this week.
It's okay.
Good.
How's your internet been?
I'm gonna give it 66 hertz. No, I'll give it 2 floppies and a golden disc.
Okay. As we all know that.
That's a C minus.
Yeah, it's close enough. I don't think we really needed to explain because everybody knows what 2 floppies and a golden disc means.
Yeah.
Is that not a Beastie Boys lyric?
2 floppies and a golden disc.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No, you're thinking of a different band, Duran Duran.
Of course. 2 floppies and a golden disc.
Oh, great. Well, is there any way in particular that you want to sign off other than by singing Duran Duran?
No, the scariest band deserves the scariest send-off.
Mm.
So,
Simon the Weird, I would have called him.
mhm.
Instead of Simon Le Bon, which is actually a really smart way of calling himself Simon the Good.
Yeah. But Simon
French.
Lowe La Piscine
Simon the swimming pool.
is a good name for him as well.
There's slime in the swimming pool.
Slime on Le Piscine.
And with that, we wish you a happy Halloween.
And a ghastly New Year.
A cold, dark evening, the dead of night. Bring forth the web of sights. And when all night has come to pass, look inside the webber drawer. And sitting there with pumpkins dread, you see the words, nothing but net.